How much money do you make from OnlyFans?
Last month I made $8.
Jesus For me personally, I don't know what porn is, and so I don't know what OnlyFans is. Could you please explain what OnlyFans is?
I'm going to reiterate this first. This is for 18 and up people only. There is ID checks, just putting that out there. I use a site called OnlyFans, and it pretty much copies the format of Twitter. And it looks like Twitter. You can scroll down my timeline. You can send me direct messages. The only difference is that you can pay for some of my tweets. I leave very little to the imagination, I say.
And you're one of the top creators on OnlyFans, right?
I'm very, very near the top. If you look at OnlyFans directly, they try not to claim that sex workers use their site, but it's one of the biggest sites right now for independent creators. And it's mostly porn. I do lewd, so I don't do porn. Apparently there's even magicians, didn't know that. There's even like lewd cooking channels and things like that, where it's just like women cooking while naked, like anything under the sun you can imagine of horniness. The son of horniness, anything under that. Whenever I was in college, I was studying accounting. I was like riddled with anxiety because I thought I would always be living off my parents. I thought I would never be able to pay my rent. I never thought I would be stable and happy in my life. And I'm not kidding, like every day I'll just be sitting like anywhere or just walking around my neighborhood. And it's just like, holy shit, I can't believe like I'm here. I can't believe that like, even if it's not conventional to some people, like I'm happy, and I never expected that for myself, at least at 23. Like I just didn't expect it to come that fast. My success has been brought to me by being one of the first people to make a free account. So it's a lot of like small tedious work. Like I think I get over 300 to 400 messages a day. I try to respond to every single one because people can also send me tips. So I have to stay on top of that to make sure that people are getting rewards. It's a lot of sitting on your ass. I'm not gonna lie. That's the weird part. You can have a stable job by sitting on your ass. And I know that will piss off a lot of fucking people saying that, but like I'm not gonna sugarcoat it. I'm very blessed for this job, but I do a lot of like tedious things, mostly like just like re-uploading. Oh god, responding to messages is hard because like I'll be sipping coffee at 9 a.m. looking at someone's genitals. That's kind of daunting. Just don't have a job out of college, so just take pictures of my butt. Not a lot to it.
And does your husband approve of this?
He's not my husband, but yes, he approves of it. My mom does not believe that he approves of it, but he does. My mom, every time she sees him, she runs up to him and is like, is she doing porn? Is she doing porn? And he's like, no, I don't. It's a very invasive question, but I'm not doing porn, so at least my mom's proud.
If you're doing porn, that's her limit though.
Yeah, that's literally her limit. And like I remember whenever she like started, you know, finding out what I was doing, she would just kind of like look over at me like randomly and be like, are you showing boobies? Are you showing more? And I'm like, no. I don't really feel anything about it anymore. Now that like I have a day-to-day life with a boyfriend who lives with me and, you know, animals, I just feel like a normal person. It's not like this crazy scandalous thing to me anymore, and it's not like this shameful thing either. Like if someone asks, I will tell them. I don't just go up to like random people and be like, yes, I'm a lewd model, and later on they can find out. So like my neighbor is like 55 years old and I talk to her all the time. I think she was confused on how we were even like affording rent. And she's like, so what do you do for your living? And I'm like, oh yeah, like I make things and like I post them online, you know, like big. And she's like, oh yeah, Fortnite. I'm like, yeah, Fortnite.
Oh my god!
Oh, that's so cool.
That's so culturally connected of her.
My family has like a lot of, you know, family friends. And if I talk to them, I just sum it up that I'm a streamer. Like I do stream, but I don't make a living off of there. A little bit of a white lie. I had a teacher one time. My mom actually works for the school that I went to still. I showed her the messages. Like it was a married teacher that hit me up one time and was like, wow, you've grown so much. And I was just like, ugh. Disgusting. I hated it. Ugh. Like it gives me chills just thinking about it. I've had teachers follow me on Twitter, but it was like whenever I was smaller, so I could tell they followed me. Disgusting. Like, oh, I don't care if it was like out of innocence. Like you don't follow your students who are doing this type of work. Ugh, creepy. in my small town, I had people come up to me in bars and be like, "Are you Peach?" I don't mind them doing that, but it's just like it being my hometown is a little weird because I know like people's parents know what I do and stuff. I was actually talking to somebody about this the other day because I have so many people ask me for advice, and it's just like I don't really know what I'm doing either. Like I'm kind of winging it. But like if you see an account with 500,000 followers and you're looking at their posts and you're looking at their quality and how they're tweeting, act like you're going to be there one day. Act like that from the beginning. I don't know how that makes sense. You know? Act like you already have 500,000 followers.
Yeah, that makes sense. You're just saying fake it till you make it. There is so much porn on the internet that no human being could possibly watch all of it in a lifetime. Why, with that being true, would someone choose to pay money for a specific person's OnlyFans?
This goes into marketing. Oh my god. You shut the fuck up.
I'm gonna professional interview Moxie. Can you please get your...
Oh, I'm so sorry to interrupt.
Can you be a good boy and just shut the fuck up? So that goes into marketing again. To entice people to want to see me half naked, I want to put my personality out there as much as I can. I want to differentiate myself from other people who are also doing the same thing. So that's why I try to stream. I shitpost. I want people to get to know me personally. I'm gonna be honest. Whenever I see a sexy creator online who's like funny as shit, like I do be kind of wanting to see her naked. I just want to see them cheeks. It makes sense. People be horny.
How do you feel about people masturbating to your girlfriend online?
It's not something that pops into my head at any point in my day ever. So I don't give a shit.
How are you okay with your girlfriend posting pictures like this online? That's probably going to be a question people ask.
I think I'm able to be okay with it because you were doing it before I knew you.
Yeah.
Like, I feel like if I had known you already and then you started doing it, then I might be uncomfortable with it.
Yeah, that's understandable.
Yeah, it was like already your thing, so I knew what I was getting into.
For a while, I really thought no one would ever love me for doing this. But then I realized, like, oh, people are still interested in me and I'm just doing my own thing. Like, I can find happiness. And he didn't show up. I stalked him. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, she stalked me. That is how that happened.
I knew what I wanted.
I didn't know any of this was happening. I guess the long and short version of it is she found me through Drumsy's videos, and she had watched me in all those videos. So what she did to get my attention was she went to like a fucking thrift store and bought like some shitty clothes and put together a cosplay of this avatar and then tweeted it at me on Twitter.
Oh my god!
And I was still too, like, actually fucking brain dead to realize that she was flirting with me. So she had to, like, stalk me for another month. We played RuneScape for, like 8 hours a day. We
would play up until 7 a.m. and he would never flirt with me. Never. And so I was talking to my friends and I was like, I don't think this guy fucking likes me. Like, I think this is a waste of time. And they go, no man would stay up until 7 a.m. playing fucking RuneScape, smithing, nonetheless, with a woman he disliked. I think one day we were webcamming. I think it was the first time we ever webcammed, and I was just like, I'm gonna call him cute and get his reaction. And the way he reacted, I was like, okay, he likes me. I knew it. Sold. What are you doing? Are you feeding the cats?
I'm pulling myself a bowl of Cheerios.
Okay.
Am I not allowed to have Cheerios in my life?
Summer, just next question. I hate this man. Luckily, I just stuck through it and we're still together, thank God. If we broke up, that would be cringe.
Man, if we broke up, that'd be fucking cringe, bro.
It would be.
What's like the average DM you get on OnlyFans like?
Hey baby, do you do cock ratings? Or I get a lot of nice messages. I'm being serious. People are genuinely kind to me on there, being like, hey, your content like makes my day. I love seeing you on my timeline. You're very beautiful. Like, please keep it up. So like, I'm happy to like cheer them up with my butt. If my butt makes someone's day, I'm happy, you know?
So have you ever rated someone's cock?
Yes. I didn't like it.
That's all you told them? You just told them it fucking sucks.
No.
Your dick is awful and you should feel bad.
No. a guy messaged me like, how much for a dick rating? And I was like, you know what, fuck it, like $50. I didn't think he was gonna do it. I honestly just thought like I was trolling. I think I've told multiple people like $50 and they'll be like, oh, fuck this. But a guy actually paid $50 and I was like, fuck. And I remember like just staring at his penis. Just like David thinking about it. Because I'm like, I've never done this before. I don't know what to say. So it was just a really lengthy paragraph. Like, the veins on your cock are very nice, bro. Keep it up.
I'd say
Okay,
half of
stop
the messages
responding,
you receive.
dipshit.
What?
You're really mean to Moxie.
I don't like you. You little fucking bitch. Don't you ever dare talk to me again and demean me while I'm talking to my house elf. For a while I was like, I can't do this forever. Might as well just save up as much money as I can. Like, everyone's gonna get sick of me. But then I realized, like, as long as I'm making content, there will be people who will still want to buy it from me because I'm not the only one aging. My fans are also aging with me. Like, I'm not gonna become spoiled goods one day. I even tell him, I remind him now and then, never let me take a break. Never. Because I feel like that's the only time.
Content creation.
Yeah. I feel like that would be the only way I could shoot myself in the foot in this career. For as long as I feel comfortable, I will do this, and I don't really care how old I get or anything like that. I follow this woman who I think she's in like her 60s, who has an OnlyFans, and that's her only source of income to take care of her disabled son, and she's doing great for herself. I'm proud of her. I don't want to glamorize it. This is definitely something that I'll be carrying for the rest of my life. I understand it's not socially acceptable. I get worried that a lot of women do it just thinking it's going to be fast money. The money does not come easy in the beginning. Nothing comes easy in sex work. It's a talent, definitely. I just hope not too many people run into this during quarantine because this will travel with you for the rest of your life, but I've accepted that term. My parents know. How much worse can it get?
When did your parents first find out you had an OnlyFans?
So I didn't start on OnlyFans. I've been selling lewds for about 2 years now. I didn't start making like good money until last year whenever I made a Patreon. But my mom always just kind of knew that I was posting provocative pictures. Whenever I started making actual money, then she was like, okay, are you okay? Do you need help? Are you doing this against your will? I'm like, no, I'm fine. And it was actually just last year, my dad found out, like someone else had told him or something like that. But it wasn't even him approaching me. He messaged, I think, my sister and asked if I got like a secret boob job because I guess one of my pictures, my boobs just looked really good, but that's just the power of a push-up bra. I remember I was on vacation in New York with my mom and my sister, and my sister told me about this text message she got, and my heart just dropped. Like I felt my blood run cold. I was so scared because like our last video where I discussed about my dad a lot and, you know, going to juvie and how much of a big role model he is. I felt like I failed him because I had been working for so much of my life to make him proud that I was scared that he was just going to end up hating me and that I made him sad. We never really like had a direct conversation with it. He's not a very like talkative guy. He's just kind of grown to accept it. And I even make jokes with him about it now. I remember someone threatened to dox me to my dad. And I think that was like 3 years ago. And I just sat my dad down and I was like, hey, I'm doing things online that, you know, you may not be proud of, but I didn't really explain what it was. But now he knows. Whatever, life goes on. He knows I'm doing good for myself and I'm not living off of his money anymore, so he doesn't care what I do anymore, I don't think.
Okay, Peach. Thank you for sharing your heart-wrenching story.
What?
Now I will ask you, if you could tell everyone in the world one thing, what would it be?
Oh. Focus on yourself. Everyone's too busy thinking about themselves to be focusing on you. Do whatever the fuck you want. I think that's the best thing I've ever did for myself is stop caring what people thought about me. And life has been a lot easier since then.